as the spell that you have cast to travel the breadth of Isura from Elkin finally does its work. I believe this is gating from the Farum, if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gate opens. Hearing that the difference in the air is palatable. And as you breathe in, with all your senses and the ways that you've all traveled to various realms and gone to hells and back again, and into seas of souls. Of course, the Feywild itself, and back to the material plane. It feels nearly off here. Like, you don't feel like you quite are on the material plane necessarily, though by the look above at the twin or at the moons, silver and red, you feel fairly confident, of course, that you're on the plane of Exandria in this world, but it's the air that's different. There's an energy to it of maybe spirit. Just feels more alive and almost whispering, telling tales of great battles. At least that's what it feels like it's doing. You not audible. Almost feels legendary and different. And the bitter or the kind of swift cold hits you. This kind of cold night, not frigid or anything like that. You breathe, you see the steam rise, and where you stand, you can see across where you stand on the shore of a lake is what appears to be grand city. From this distance, it looks like massive ships that have been used and built one on top of the other, repurposed architecture of these things to make a city in of itself, and it spreads torchlight, oil driven, if you had to guess. Seems to dot the whole structures. I guess is about a few miles across the lake as you stand here and look and kind of hear the droning on of music from it. From here, and besides that, coming here in the quiet, you can hear, you think, maybe many miles away, the echoing sound of a river. And the water itself here, here in the night, almost sparkles. You look down at it, looks like almost minuscule pale lights that seem to move about and are tossed to and fro, almost like a sea of stars that is pushed by the wind and currents, the waves gently lapping upon the coast that you stand on. What would you like to do?
We have 5 days to get to the mouth of the river in the mountain.
Do. But I was just wondering, I don't know if anyone here might know more about what's happening. They're closer.
check out the city for a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm keeping track of the time.
Sounded a little ominous, but we'll start heading towards wherever people are gathering.
Yeah. So as you do this, this is like across the lake. You kind of just walking around it, or I guess, or how do you want to get across the lake?
It wouldn't take too long to just walk around it. And these are like huge ships.
Like they look like they've been used to build a city on the shore, like repurposed or something. Yeah, I mean to walk around it it would be a bit. Probably a good week to get around the lake.
Oops. Don't you have a bird you could use to fly across for me?
Yeah, I'm going to hop on the bird and fly across the lake. Might scare him a little bit, but I think he'll get over it.
Okay. So you all gather on your Norse Rock. What was their name again?
Blitz.
Blitz is you will fly across.
DT gets to ride in the talons because up top costs extra.
Don't worry, there's surcharges for inconvenience.
I think the inconvenience is the 7-day track around the lake.
Indeed. As you fly, there's a moment here, I think, as you get roughly halfway across, things begin to come more into the view here. You can see that there's masts that have been turned into towers, and halls carved into markets and taverns and shrines. And some of them, it looks like it was built upon land, and then out of some need, the docks have expanded to kind of be partly floating city as well, lashed together with the land bit here. Kind of try to move in closer and closer. There's a bit of, you hear the distant sound of thunder that kind of takes in from the low pitch into a high as you approach, almost like the neigh of a horse. And sure enough, you see what appears to be this almost blinding light emerging from the city into well, I guess would be across the lake itself. And as the beams get closer, as the light gets closer, you see it appears to be 3 almost like seeds of lightning that have crossed. Looking down, they occasionally show like skin and a frame, but within it seem to be raging storms. And three individuals sit upon them, one in the front, one in kind of pulls up, is simply, "Hail, travelers! What is your business coming to our city at night?"
We were traveling towards the mountain and saw it, and just interested in seeing what your town had to offer.
But if you are looking for business, I have a number of opportunities available.
I see. Just wander in the wilderness and found a city, did you?
Wouldn't say wandering. We have a direction and purpose.
I seems a bit curious, but may I just ask where you said you were traveling to the mountains?
Yes, we're heading to see some giants up there.
We have giant business.
And there's that. All right. Well, I mean, I'd say something of warning, but I'm not the one flying on an enormous bird that's leaving a trail of lightning behind it. Stay behind us then. Let them know that you have permission to dock there. There's a few places where you could perch your bird for a small fee, I'm sure.
Will do. Appreciate it. We'll stay close behind.
Right. I'm Velda, by the way.
Warden, and this is most of the Razgard.
All right. Let's go and begin to lead the way as you come closer. Now, and to begin pointing out, like as you arrive, like kind of play conversation and are able to point out that there is basically several buildings seem to have like a large mast or for something from a part of the ship that would be suitable for them to perch on that has been like secured. A few things look like they might be regularly used for that purpose, like enormous birds having to land for various reasons isn't entirely unusual here. But for more or less 10 gold, they're able to lend you the service.
Sure. I guess I would ask them what other things perch on these masts.
We get all types, really. It's not unusual to get wyvern riders coming down. And well, there's many creatures. Never seen one quite like you, but we'll have rocks that are trained especially by I guess the giants that you'd say you might work as mounts. And well, of course there's the kite drakes. They need something a little bit bigger. They're a little longer.
Or kite drakes?
I just never seen one.
I don't think so.
They're dragonkin, all right, but I guess I'll describe them. We call them that just because it's really their heads. It almost looks like a frame of them with their skin spread across it. With it, they're able to catch the currents and glide kind of like a kite. Mostly you see their body as the tail. Most of their body's 30, 40 feet long.
And people ride these, or they just happen into town occasionally?
Well, there'd be riders, some small giants, and occasionally a small crew of people. Or one.
Very cool.
Yes, says there's various temples to well, I guess settlements, you could say, those who are more in tune with the elements, born with a bigger connection, seem to be preferred, I guess, tamers of the things. Will it be, Air Genasi and whatnot? For whatever reason, I was blessed by air.
Maybe able to learn a thing or two from them. Might visit them one day.
Oh, very good. Well, welcome. Keep an eye on the districts. They do tend to move occasionally. Are you looking for anything specific that you wanted to check out our humble town?
I don't. Unless y'all had anything specific, I was just coming to check it out. Never been here before. Any highlights?
Oh, I mean, kind of thinking around, like, well, there's the high masts. It's mostly where people, if you're looking for a lot of information or to, a lot of people who live there seem to be a bit more, I don't know. I think they're above others. Kind of points a little bit to the east here, as you can see what looks like a half submerged ship with appears to be a vast amount of floating candles around. Goes some people like to pay a tribute to the downed chapel.
Do they put anything in there, or is it just a candle? Like, is it with a prayer or something? Offering?
Oh, it's those. Oh, yeah, it's an offering to the dead. Prayers to any Unscolti that might be looking about. It's, well, what they would do. Well, also, it said if you light a candle to those who have been drowned, it can contain their soul, so you can come back and talk to them.
Can I surreptitiously look to see if there's like any valuables inside these things as well?
Oh, is that like the candles?
They're like in like little boats, aren't they? Or something?
No, it looks like the candles are literally just floating right on the
Oh, okay. I was picturing like a lantern thingy. Okay.
Yeah. And it's some distance away too. It's not like quite visible. And I would say just kind of in this district, actually. Laren, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
See.
What? What's your bonus again, Warden?
6.
Okay, 27.
27. Okay. I think there's a moment where you instinctively like tighten and kind of pull your presence inward, as it's not there's just something in the air that seems very not particularly friendly to undeath.
Mm.
So it's almost begins to burn, but as you kind of pull in, it seems to pass. So it's not like this active erosion, but being here and possibly a certain amount of time, you might need to kind of recheck and keep yourself together. But it's not like holy water or something like that.
What is it about this entire continent that's not friendly to the undead? I think they have a problem.
Probably has something to do with all the undead attacks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't have anything to do with that. They'll have to distinguish between people who actually attacked them.
I mean, a 1 in a million undead compared to the vast majority that are here to kill them.
Of course.
Weighing their odds there.
Yep. I'll try to see if I cast a Nisos magic aura on myself and pretend to be a humanoid. Will that help?
Yeah, I think the cast a spell weaving protective magics, and I think as you see that, you get like it's almost like the water droplets in the air from the lake seem to be what's causing like this toxic idea until it no longer begins to react with your presence, since you've essentially made it humanoid. But then, other than that, if you want shopping, there's the Kira markets. Careful there. And then the Iron Wake for got rune specialists, artificers, shipwrights. Never sleeps, that one. People who live near it get quite irritated.
You said you said giants sometimes pass by on their flying mounts?
Yeah, it's known to happen.
Recently, has there been any increase in giants passing through, any decrease, any unusual patterns?
I think for a moment. Well, I guess you could. I guess you could say that. Sorry, I guess you could say that. It's from the north. It's been a bit more not. I guess you could see them, especially during the day, like a storm cloud. A group of them flying in intended to land a few miles north, while they'd have one or two of their folk perch here and see about supplies. They were, I wouldn't call them friendly, but somewhat polite. We had a few issues, at least near issues, I guess you could say. Mostly due to whatever they wanted to use as currency or trade. They were fairly insistent that it was worth what they were doing, and that wasn't good for the, I guess, structure integrity of the city to have the merchants argue.
That's unfortunate. You said they come from the northern mountain range?
I don't know if they came from the mountains or not. I didn't ask. But, because the mountains here are like west, for the most part. If you say north, you're not thinking that they were necessarily from the mountains, I would say.
Hmm.
So if I had to guess, that would be the Mogvar Isles. It's where most people say they are. Looks like a lot of giantkin come from that.
Let's see. Well, thanks for the information.
Absolutely. Anything more on, or anything more on that you'd want to could ask around, I suppose. Again, got people who are more kind of look at their head, ones who like to hoard their secrets and get coin for it. But yeah, it's what it is. I particularly would rather people know what's going on. But if you said you headed to the mountains, were you traveling upriver then?
Was the plan?
Alright, well, it'd be a bit of a trek, but yeah, let me know if you need anything and need any help finding things, or ask any of the guards.
Sounds good. And I guess we'll head to that market district they were talking about.
Got it. Alright, let's go in. Anyone else doing anything interesting or looking for anything?
I lost track. I forget what I wanted to buy. I'll think of it.
Nothing for me. I just keep an eye on the area that we travel.
All right. In that case, so you're trying to go mostly to the shopping district. Said. So the Cure Markets is what you were thinking of?
Yep.
All right. Here you can see that the ships used here seem to be various trade vessels have been repurposed to make this, ones that have meant to keep wares kind of out of sight, and each one kind of is like a small table that's a sample, but it is kind of the conversation that allows like a deeper idea into the inventory. And even here, the night here is still going on. There's torches above, angled with mirrors to be able to light the tables that everyone begins to use. And some of it is still on water with narrow planks, walkways between some of the ships here as well. And you can hear the smell of fish and oil and some bargaining and shouting. There's packed together. You see some people going to like shops that don't even really look like they're open, except as they approach, someone comes out and they kind of go on in, and then as they come, like the door closes, some secretive types of things, and a lot of salvage markets that seem to be here. anything in particular you want to be looking at?
Warden, is there anything that you were gonna get?
No, I was just
What about for your
Um,
bird? Your bird doesn't your bird need to have armor? Keep doing my shiny voice.
that might be a longer endeavor than what they might have prepared. I was thinking about whenever we have time going back to that other city and maybe getting some from there, but I'll
Maybe the giants will have something. Giant armor for a giant bird.
true. Yeah. I'll start asking around, see if anyone has any armor with runes in it for a rock.
Yeah, like looking at that when yeah, I would say not necessarily like outright for this. As you begin asking around, there's talk of like if you wanted something made, you talk about, you talk to like the ironworks that you were kind of told about, but there is booth that does seem to be selling like pre-made runes. Like no one's carving things here, but it's kind of almost like a storefront of some of the steelworks places, and so they I think they would point you to one that ultimately you could affix, like it's a plate, very specifically an iron plate that could be put about the chest that can be activated once a long rest to essentially do the shield spell.
I don't know how helpful that would be for me. Do you do anything commissions?
You'd have to talk to the master.
Are
Back
Are
at
they
the
around?
shop? Well, they're at the shop.
Make my way to the shop.
Okay, so it would be in a different district
Ah,
that they were talking to you about. Because you're saying if there's anything for your bird, that's kind of what they had for the bird.
right.
All right. And all right, so you might get something more commissioned. You said,
Yeah.
all right. But yeah, there's the various markets.
Can I-
Yep.
Can I try to find someone who's selling just like regular supplies?
Yeah,
And
it's
maybe
easy
look,
enough. Yep.
look for where the giants caused like damage from the argument they got into.
Okay, back when they were trying to get kind of that. Very nice. So as you find this, interesting enough, there is a part here that where you can see the most damage. You see even now people are beginning to repair, and there's essentially pieces that look like a section that looks like there's post setup saying that for this part they don't want repaired, and what it seems to reveal is underneath the section of dock this these enormous chain links. Looks like they're made of black iron. It's like thicker than a wagon itself. They seem to have here.
I'll find the nearest like worker and say, what are these massive chains for?
As yeah, I think for night here, you'd basically find a guard, and because they seem to just be standing watch. The workers are kind of done for the night.
Yeah,
but right, you would new and down, I see. That's that is good. Well then, sorry, good, my friend. To be honest, we don't know. We didn't even know they were here until the argument that broke out between two rather large patrons. Is that went on? Well, the dock broke and revealed that. We're not sure how much it goes under.
Do you know what the argument was about?
Anyone we asked, from what we know, it was all about a price. They wanted to trade some disc for something, and shopkeeper didn't seem interested. Kind of foolish on his part. Everyone knows you just take the deal with the giants and you sort it out with people. People are friendly enough to help you out. Here, this idiot.
Yeah. Can I use Channel Divinity on that chain? Divine Sense, I mean.
Sure. So the two textures remind me again?
Celestials, Fiends, Undead, Hallowed, and or Consecrated or Desecrated.
You can detect if it's consecrated?
Yes.
Okay. It indeed is consecrated.
Would I know anything about like the Chained Oblivion?
I mean, you can say that a little bit. You probably would have heard of it.
Aren't there like chains all over Exandria?
Yeah.
So this could be one of the chains holding the Chained Oblivion.
I mean, it's definitely a big chain.
Right.
I mean, I think, like, you know, it's nighttime. You're looking at this. It's enough to give you pause.
Yeah.
I think, given what you know.
Definitely take note of that. I guess I'll go to the shopkeep, see what this disc is about.
Okay. It does seem that shop has been somewhat put together. Here. And it's like they have mostly crates. They seem a little bit like off, but it's kind of what you'd think of as a adventuring gear. Ropes and oils and things of use. So there was a smattering of potions here or there. Nothing like not a great deal, but just kind of common stuff. And let's see, look up. And you wanted to immediately inquire about the plates, right?
Yes.
About the plate. That damned thing. Everyone's been asking about that. Just didn't like it. That's all I gotta say. Something was off about it, and then it just sort of goes into it. Just kind of irritated, but go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
17.
17.
Or no, wait. Did it roll? Yeah, it rolled twice for some reason. 17.
Yeah, I think 17. They kind of go down for a sec as I go. Sorry. Just my whole shop was destroyed, and said it. I insulted their ancestors, and maybe Eminem himself, and how dare I stand where I stand and not accept, what did he call it? A token of the dead. And you need to understand, I just a family history of issues with giant relics. I don't like them.
Did you take it? I'd be happy to purchase it from you.
I mean, I don't have it. I technically I let the town grabbed it. I'm not sure what happened to it after that. I know there's some people who are interested. Refuse to take possession of that.
Fair enough. Is there anything in the shop that like catches my eye or anything?
I'm also looking out for like sorcerer stuff, like blood vials or anything that's rare-ish or unusual.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I'd say, I mean, kind of looking, should we both trying to see if there's just anything more of interest?
Yeah.
Here generally. I would say, I mean, there are, I would say, like some stones that look like they have like some runes on it that like you think probably aren't necessarily the most interesting. What looks like maybe damaged magical weapons or armor that like they have a piece of like in a kind of curious box almost. But I think interesting that does seem to it does have like a specialty box there that you're able to take a peek at, and it's really funny. I actually do have that there's a blood vial there.
Oh, nice.
Which is funny enough.
This is interesting. I've never seen one of these before.
Yeah, for that you have a good eye. It's made to enhance one's natural born magic if you have any. Not sure if that's your flavor, if you know someone whose it is. But when used appropriately, it's pretty good. Again, a retired a tired tribesman trying to didn't have any heirs, so and wanted to settle in down, traded that away.
Oh, it's such a sad story for such a beautiful item to go underappreciated for so long. Well, are you trying to give it away?
No, I paid him well for it, and I expect to be paid well in return.
What is it? What is paid well to you?
He gets his he kind of gets this like kind of fun look on his face, like he knows he's dealing with like a good merchant or someone who's like at least known for this, and he goes, "Well, I mean, look at its rarity. You can see where we looked, and goes over it. Oh, I mean, I couldn't take a cent less than 50,000 gold.
50,000 gold. I see a chip over here on this thing. How much did you pay for it? Did
It's well used. It kind of looks at you like, come now. Listen, it's been cleaned up. We are in a retail situation.
How much money do I have?
How much money do you have?
Yeah, we looted that dragon. Didn't we get a share of that dragon thing?
I think you start off with a bunch of money too. At level 40.
Yeah, 20.
20. Did I say 40?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much you spent on your equipment when you made your character, if anything, but
I didn't buy anything.
okay, so we would have started with about 25,000.
Okay.
But I'm not sure who. One of the party needs to answer that question as far as because I put that out to everybody.
So chat. I think
I
don't remember.
I want to say I was down to like 18,000 gold when we looted the dragon, and I'm at 44,000 now.
So it looks like Laren, you on February 24th, you put in 400,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's the dragon money. So you get like 80,000 of it, I think, right? We have.
Did they give him any? I was trying to remember because of their whole.
Yeah,
They did. Okay, I was there.
Okay. You know, you seem like somebody who knows a good deal when he sees one. I'm not gonna try to haggle you at all. Just perhaps maybe in the future when you come across more interesting things, you keep me top of mind. And if you hear of any lucrative opportunities for expansion, let me know if you have an interest in branching out into other towns with your wares and services. And he'll pull out the 50,000 and drop it in there.
Oh, it was very exciting. This will help us get back and we can get ourselves going again. And you would be able to get the very rare version of the Bloodwell vial.
Nice.
Did I just freeze?
I don't think so. I can hear you. Oh.
Nice.
So you got back, Warden? Can you hear us, Rez?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
All right then. With that, side. Yeah, so he does have some of those things here. As I getting this close, you do see that. Well, it's certainly not like chilly here. I mean, it's not like I said, it's like cold, but it's not like that freezing. You can see that frost and bits of ice kind of float by the chain. That is exposed.
I'm getting really curious about what this chain actually is. I'll go poke about.
Got it. Well, that on this thing, he does have his prized item on these is what he is labeled. He's got like this almost what looks like a aquarium, where he has these kind of 2 to 4 inch wide, what looks like almost well, from what you've seen is almost like gelatinous cubes. That he kind of has, and occasionally he throws in like a dirty piece of metal or like some refuse that he kind of has around, and you see they go around, and as opposed to dissolving, it looks like they excrete soap and begin like scrubbing it clean. And there's just a little like big sign of 50 gold on there.
I don't even know where I would keep one of those.
BT's going to buy 2.
Where are you going to keep those?
They're only like we said they're like 2 to 4 inches, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep a gelatinous cube in your pocket?
Don't worry about
He goes, "Oh, don't worry. Sorry, these are the samples." And he kind of takes out 2. Well, actually, he'll take out a bag and like this little small leather pouch, and with tongs, he takes out what you see as like 2-inch cubes that look very, very dry, like they're dehydrated, and they're not moving. And he just goes, dink, dink. Goes, all right. All you need is about about a gallon of water, and it'll activate them right up.
it. Perfect. Do these things have a name in inventory, or is it just custom?
Cleaning cube.
Oh no, they're sentient.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. What would Laren like to do with this large chain?
Look around and see if there's any writings on it. Does it have an evil aura around it? Any magical aura?
Absolutely. Give me an Arcana check.
Do I get advantage on this?
Yes.
Okay. 38.
Interesting enough, I would say this chain itself, you would say is definitively used to bind something, but has almost endured a repurposing. or it was repurposed for a binding of something horribly dark and evil. Because upon it seems to be, it like pulses with runic and almost holy energy. I don't know whether that's meant to contain something. It's hard to say. And you're fairly sure that like touching it would definitively cause massive damage to any undead.
I see. Do you know anything about this chain? Much?
Goes, no. All I know is it's what was revealed when, or it's revealed when everything happened, and now I can't even get my dock back. Everyone's like, shut up. And sorry, I need to buy a whole new, well, I mean, I just sold this, so I need to get a whole new place because apparently this thing could be historical significance. Can't rebuild on it.
Have you ever thought of relocating to Nicodranus?
I mean, is there an ocean nearby?
Yes, famously so.
Oh. Listen, I've never left Asura. Well, but that's right, you got a bunch of gods people, right?
In Nicodranus? Not really.
Well, like everywhere but here.
Oh.
That's what I always said. Always said, like, you leave there, the spirits aren't there. They hunt and kill spirits. They all bow down to these weird beings and calling them prime whatever.
Pretty sure Nicodranus is famously heathens, but might be a god or two worshiper there.
No.
They're pretty like chill. Like you can worship any god you want, or you don't, or no god. They don't really have. I don't think they have any real rule. What am I talking about? I'm not from here, so how the hell would I know?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just, maybe I'll look into it. It's just very, I don't know. Get used to the tribes here, and everyone I've ever talked to went kind of comes running back after a while.
I can see why. Worshiping a prime deity is definitely a problem.
Not that we have anything against it, just what did they say? It's I'd say there's no whispers on the wind outside of these places. Say the same about people who've gone over to Vasselheim. There are no whispers, and the whispers are quieter as you get closer. All that type of stuff. And as you're talking, it goes, I mean, I've heard there's, I mean, since then they've said they've been able to find, peace or something by focusing on the chain.
Find peace, like inner peace.
I guess. Like,
Oh, I was like a piece of what?
well, so it's been a big thing. People have been, especially at night when the guard's a little thinner, like they just bribe them with some good meat. But they're like sit on the chain, and some claim they've learned of great secrets of the world and history. Others have a great wound that's been lifted. I saw the one guy, he was literally had scars that vanished. And heard rumors of some people even losing curses that were on their family. But it's not been too long. But it's all these rumors now, and I said I should be able to charge admittance, but no, the city says it should be public.
That sounds very interesting. Maybe we all should focus on the chain and see what happens. Right? Especially
You
more
get a
world.
sense that for what he's talking about, it's about 8 hours.
We have to rest anyways, right? It's nighttime, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And Marvel was very big on their piece, I heard.
I have inner peace.
Maybe we'll multiply. You know how it works.
So you'd have inner pieces.
What?
You said if they multiply, you'd have more than one inner piece. It'd be inner pieces.
I don't know. Everyone has inner pieces. Don't you have inner pieces?
The only pieces I really care about are the ones that fit in my gold pouch.
Do we have to like sneak down onto this chain, or can we just like hop down onto it?
I would say you got the, like he kind of said, like usually keep people off of it, but kind of somehow people keep getting on it, and so you kind of said that possibly you might have to get sway with a guard.
I guess I'll find the nearest guard. I'll bring him a drink and 20 gold, and just hand it to him and say, I think that area over there is looking real interesting. And then just try to slip past him.
How much did you offer?
20 gold.
There you go. He goes, no, so it is. So it is. And then puts their friend, tosses them some, and they go. As there I go, another one.
And I'll hop down on the chain.
Sounds good. So is Warren going to be here for 8 hours then?
Yes.
Very cool. Anyone else doing this?
Yeah, I'll hop down there too.
Well, sure, why not? Maybe if I shake it hard enough, some gold will fall out.
I'm just going to sit nearby and take notes on what happens to them because I can't get on the chain.
Yeah.
It is consecrated.
Yes. Excuse me. In that case, you spend these 8 hours. And as you do, there's this, I would say, thoughts begin to kind of come to your mind of as you look around the city and out across the lake. This idea of the natural world. Like the harmonious order of all things. Oh, everything moves one another. And history has a course that it should be kept and not altered. You have like almost like a golden line of the way everything was meant to be that runs and holds the world together. Those kind of thoughts and those connections coming to mind. You can see the. You almost feel like you see lines of these chains that go down deep into the earth, and how trees are connected, how one shades the other. To fell one would be to expose another to too much sun and thin a forest, and um, so your mind is drawn to these realities, and would be an expert describe it through your own lens of your characters and kind of how they see the world a little bit and what they would see as connected. But I would say, as you can describe this kind of pulls you into this world. You are able to cast after the 8 hours, ultimately, or receive the effects of through this contemplation of legend lore, greater restoration, or remove curse 9th level.
Just like a one-time deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it after the end of the 8 hours.
Can I do legend lore on this chain?
You certainly could.
I mean,
So
I'm not even think of that.
Starting with the Warden, then, how do you feel like, for describe like how Warden sees these connections? And then I'll kind of push in with the legend lore.
I think he's less concerned about the nature aspect and more how the people in the city are connected, and then how they're connected to the like the boats off the coast, the candles that they say they have the souls in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, I just read the 2024 version of Legend Lore. I don't know if you've all read it.
I have not.
The last line is, if the famous thing you chose isn't actually famous, you hear sad musical notes played on a trombone.
That's hilarious.
And the spell failed. Oh my goodness, that threw me. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, let me just check if there's anything that's different about it. What in the world? Absolutely. You as you see the chains now, it's the candles that float upon the water. You can see lines of connection going from it to the chain, and you see these almost golden figures, tribal barbarians and warriors, and looks like those wielding powerful magic that seem to stand guard, looking out, each one emanating and above their candle. Start to understand they seem to be guarding on guard, even of guarding the chain, it seems, in a sense. And all around, see there's this set, like a kind of sets of eyes that seem to appear upon the chain, like runed and carved within, and it goes deep as it rockets. You see the lines of power of the chain go into below the lake, and a almost like carved city below on the lake's surface, enormous, like almost a little grotto where water doesn't seem to quite get in. And with this, there's energy that keeps flowing into the chain. Until you see it seems to pierce very, very deep below the line between the plains and go to what you'd recognize as the abyss, wrapping around something you can't comprehend, something rolling like a hungry ink sinking to spread itself, mouths all around, bursting against this chain and others. And all at once as you see this, you can see as though from the city they were, you see the chain itself being inscribed. And instead of reaching down, you feel like you're seeing to the past, it was up. And at the end of it once was an anchor within the lake, where it had like hit this area and made the crater that is the lake. And above is this ship. Seems to be far above Exandria. Looks like it could be the size of one of the continents. Enormous, giant-like creatures, bigger than you've ever seen aboard. And you can see the prime deities themselves, even one whom you follow, make their plea and negotiate to be given this chain as the ship becomes unmoored and floats off, that they use to grab and form to many others. I think that's how you would begin to end this.
The chain was floating. It wasn't connected to anything, or it was still connected to the bottom of the lake
It's connected to the bottom of the lake.
and to the ship above.
Yeah. It was the anchor from the ship.
Oh.
So as if whenever it was dropped or put here, it itself created this what would once become a lake. It's water
Yeah.
flowed in.
And the deities bargained for the chain?
Yes.
Interesting. Very cool.
All right, then. DT or Marlboro?
What are you thinking, Ward?
Um, I saw where the chain came from, and it seemed to come from people who rivaled or matched the gods, maybe? The gods bargained for the chain. Can I tell were these people like from Exandria or anything about the ship?
Oh, the ship definitely didn't come from Alexandria. I think it's like what you see, you feel like is like kind of prehistory almost.
Okay. Yeah, they bargained for this chain and used it on the chained oblivion. And was there like something at the bottom of the lake too? Like a city? Not city, but
Yeah, I guess something that possibly was made from the anchor.
so there's something at the bottom of the lake made from the anchor.
So what were the spells? What were the spells again that we can cast? He already cast Legend Lore. There were two others.
Yeah, you could cast another one, but Legend Lore, remove curse at 9th level and Greater Restoration. But if you don't want to do any of that, you would have rather have seen the vision with Warden. That's good
Yeah.
too. Like if you're just like, I just don't have anything, so I'd rather have been a part of what was there. That's totally
Yeah, that makes more sense.
okay. In that case, as the sun rises, well, before I say, is there anything that Laren would potentially do?
Mostly very curious about what they just went through, so she's just all night unfailingly documenting every reaction from them.
I think as you do, there is like a lot of like effort, consternation, like shaking. It's seems physically demanding. And as the sun rises upon you, we see you all like sweating, tired. You will each gain 2 levels of exhaustion.
Can I cast that Greater Resto now?
That's why I asked first. No, actually, I think it's a first. What I actually say is, since the two of you did not get an individual effect, we're going to have you all have one level of exhaustion.
Okay.
You bring up a point, DT.
With benevolent God, thank you.
We're not worthy.
Hannes will fill in Laren on what we saw.
Oh well.
You ever heard of these prehistoric people?
Prehistoric people. Where would I hear about that? I don't think so. But well, it's interesting that they needed outside help to find their enemy.
If the gods made a deal with them, doesn't that mean like they're also gods?
I mean, they
That's-
certainly had the ability to craft something the gods couldn't.
Well, there are beings that rival God's powers. I don't know. What defines a god, right? Truly philosophical.
I'll ask Cord next time we talk.
He didn't seem very pleased that last time. It's alright. I'm sure we won't do anything that, well, pisses him off further.
We could also go check out the bottom of the lake.
Do we want to? I mean, it's the abyss, you said, and then there's this thing. I don't think so. Let's just go meet that giant. I think that's more appealing.
Good call.
Do you not float?
What? Me?
Yeah.
I do. Why?
Seem anxious about the water.
Not the water necessarily. Why would I be anxious about the water?
No. Why would you be anxious about water?
Anyways, let's set out. I don't like this place. I think it's too, I don't know. They're all about spirits, and they have this chain on a divine unholy being. I don't really think that's our business. We should just move on. What do y'all think?
Let's hit the trail.
I'm certainly interested in it.
Maybe after we check out the giant ritual to come back. Right?
Probably, if we have time. But odds of us getting back here again, who knows?
Okay, giants it is then. What if we have to talk to water giants?
Water giants?
Yeah. There's cloud giants, there's rock giants, there's hill giants. Gotta be water giants, right?
I think you should ask the next giant we meet, if that's the case. I'm sure you'll be good friends.
Not all giants know each other, Laren. Jeez.
No, I would just as in you are interested in their culture in general, you know, about so many types of giants. Either way.
There you go. All right. So with that, sounds like we're going to go ahead and start. Is it just start traveling today?
Yep.
Things in the city. Sounds good. All right, then we'll go ahead and take our break and come back to the travel end. Alrighty. Hey. As you go to leave, you are given let's say the woman you met the other night, waking up from her own sleep, is able to come and you see that. Well, she'll say, "I thought of all of you still heading up the mountains."
That's the plan.
Well, I see you've got your you have your bird, but didn't know how you were more going by land. Anyway, if you wanted to trudge up the river, we do have Titanothers that might work up. They can even walk mostly upstream if you'd like.
Oh, what are they?
Oh, Titanothers.
Are they creatures? Boats?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you didn't know. Good. Thought you might. Sometimes mounts of giants, and she. I guess she goes, come see, and she will look, and you can see on one part there's these kind of variety, enormous creatures. Some kind of look like double-horned rhinoceri with armor plates. Others have like smooth skin with no horns on their face. Another one's skin seems more stony. She goes, bit more reliable than boats, and lets you get across the river at different places if you need to. Can get through the mountains all right. If you're going high up, we have got some shaggy ones if you want them to be able to get into the mountains themselves.
And that may not be a bad idea to take because we are heading into the mountains.
Sounds good. Let's get them.
Do they have to be returned in a certain amount of time? Do they find their own way back?
Oh.
Do they turn into the bumpkins? That's a thing that sometimes happens at where I'm from.
Going rate's usually about 150 gold apiece, and mostly will buy back as long as they're fairly healthy for 75 if you bring them back. But I hope you wouldn't just leave them up there.
We're not planning on just leaving them up there for sure.
All right. And takes you to someone who can assist you with the barding and all that. You're looking for 4 or 5 of them?
At least 4, right?
Yeah, we'll take 4. Sure. I'm sure Nailumia can ride with someone if need be.
Very good. So if you want to go more towards the mountains, they will give you these tend to be more thick bird. long hair type ones. And again, kind of look like they could have at one point been related to Rhinoceros, but have kind of gone a different way. And I think for fun here, you can tell me what you think yours are named. So what the names for each of your Titathers.
Mine looks like a Robert. They call him Bob for short.
I'm gonna name mine Pumpkin.
I think mine has like kind of like Billy Goat facial hair, and I'll call him Billy.
Nice.
I'm going to call mine Ghost.
Billy Bob Bumpkin Ghost. All right.
Billy Bob, Pumpkin, and Ghost. Sad if one gets for Nilumir or not. Okay. On the loot, I went ahead and put their stat block. Get an idea. And each of yours can be somewhat unique because they seem to have like this genetic that makes them very distinct from one another. They're probably all furred. All right. In that case, your large creatures here. It's your kind of. Do you want to kind of get more like crossing more within the river itself along the banks, or you feel like you're more on like the shore nearby?
We can go through the river, right?
Yeah, they're
Is
good
it-
at like being through the water at different times. They can go upstream because that between like mountains and different terrain, sometimes that's a better way.
I'm definitely taking mine through the river.
I'll just follow after him.
And I'll follow after him.
Sounds good. All right. Then going up the road, I guess we'd love to get a little description of everyone views their character kind of going up or anything of note.
DT is just checking on his animal, and he's sort of fiddling with his new purchase. He's actually he's going to take out a dagger and use this time to cut himself on the palm of his hand and add his blood to the vial.
Oh, nice.
I think I'm spending my time just fishing off the back as we go. Every time I catch something, it goes between the creature I'm riding and then the rock.
Lurin is teaching her beast to steal fish from Warden's catch.
Very nice. In that case, so we're going to run this piece. Essentially, again, you're probably like resting and sleeping various times, but just given like the rougher terrain and whatnot, and just for the story purposes as well, we're going to kind of go through the scenes on one long rest. So like you won't be resting in between, and then we'll kind of like presumably you'll be able to get the effects of a long rest at your location, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Sure.
And, as you travel along the river, and again, this is the one that rushes into the Lake of Arcadis. Various places, a few miles thick as you push your ways. It's mountainous and hilly terrain right now. You can begin to see what amounts to the southern edge of the forest of Athelden, large in the distances, and ahead you spot what appears to be kind of odd. You can see signs of trees that have been gathered, like it looks like entirely uprooted and then stacked to form like massive lean-to structures. Fire pit that looks like it was maybe 30 feet wide. Two massive mammoths, as well as various like really large footprints in and around the area. There's various bits of detritus as scraps of paper and like kind of sloppily left over like remains. Like looks like animals might have been like killed and opened up, and their carcass is just kind of out here in the midst. Very, very large mammoths, like I said. And there seems to be like kind of a slight rumble, vibration to the ground as you approach.
Do you want to run up on these? They're mammoths, right?
They look like they've been slain, but yeah.
What's the rumbling?
You don't know?
Do we want to take a wide berth around these mammoths?
Maybe. Do you think there's something in the ground?
Whatever was able to take down those mammoths probably isn't something we want to mess with.
Fair point.
It has like the appearance of like what you might think of as like a giant king. Some that maybe were traveling this way and stopped and hunted.
Do we want to take a look around before we proceed further? See if we can identify the rumbling. Do I get a sense of if the rumbling just all around, or is it emanating from a direction?
Give me a perception check.
This won't go well. 4.
You got 4, you said?
Yes, 4.
Or you can tell it is coming from all around. It doesn't seem to be a location.
Oh, if it's from all around, then there's no point going around it, right?
I thought you were a hunter, Warden.
Uh,
Can't you
What
hunt
you
where
want-
the sound is coming from?
the ground. Is that good enough for you?
Good enough for me. I head across.
Oh, no.
I follow Marlboro. I see no problem with this.
She's just going right across the whole thing.
Well, say it like that, but I guess don't.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna go by my. I'm not gonna stay by myself.
All right, so moving your town affairs that direction. You can see that as now you come in the midst of it, the ground is cracked in concentric rings. Looks like the bonfire itself now burned through and abandoned. Looks like was instead of like a circle, stone was arranged in a spiral.
It seemed like it was trying to call something. Summon something.
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah. Arcana. Okay, well, a 20.
A 20.
I don't deserve it.
um. I think what you can see is In the center rock, from the bonfire in the center of the spiral, there's this image of like carved, seems to be carved runes that were put like somewhat tiny relatively, but put into a shape of what looks like a sleeping figure, with lines to make it seem like it's surrounded in stone. And you can tell as the fire would burn upon it, you think it would have activated the runes. And you see, get a sense that there was like various effects, like a warmth, something that would attract prey while trying to keep predators away. What actually looks like fairly complex, like a rune work. Not just one or two, but like a good 17 that are been used to make up this figure, and the figure itself seems to lend power.
So they were trying to attract something.
Yeah, they're trying to attract prey, you think?
Maybe they attracted something they didn't mean to. I guess we're gonna keep pushing forward, try to get past whatever's in the ground.
As you walk more, there's a sudden stop to the vibrations. Any reactions here?
I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
Manifest both echoes out to the sides, to either side, right and left.
No, I'm not doing anything.
All right. Yeah, then, in that case, excuse me, as you continue, then so you kind of just keep moving, sounds like.
Sure.
Actually, can I get up on the rock and try to get like a bird's eye view?
Okay. Yep. You take them and fly up. Yeah, give me a perception with advantage.
Perception. 18.
Going high up here, you can see what appears to be cracks that have formed in like 100-foot radius, as if like the pieces of the land here have like descended recently. You can see like tears and unevenness, where like one part is like a sharp 90-degree 10 foot above the other. That seem very recent. No growth has like gone up it or anything like that.
I will. If we still have the link, I will let everyone know. Say it may just be earthquakes, and then I guess I'll stay on the bird, and I'll be 45 feet above everyone, trying to look out.
DT says to himself under his breath, "It's never just earthquakes."
I'm going to cast fly on everybody's riding. Please.
Just want to fly over the area.
I mean, Warden says there's an earthquake. I don't see why.
You got it. I like that. Very good. In that case, we'll do it this way. As you cast fly, and we'll say there's the three of yours mounts begin to come up. You see what appeared to be 9 tongues shoot from the ground, breaking seals.
I told you it is never just earthquakes.
Was it more of the seals like we saw earlier?
Just breaking through the ground. That's all. Just
Okay.
rather than anything else. And as you like begin to fly upwards, like to the point where you're almost like getting like it's like your mount's gonna get like 30 feet before these tongues like lash out, and they're gonna go to Laren, DT, and Marlborough. Let's see how it works. So first, we're going to do 3 to Laren. Let's see how this kind of goes here. There we go. Okay. First one, 20.
They do have disadvantage though, but 20 doesn't hit.
Okay. Thank you. Second, 24.
Our shield.
Got it. And the last one, 20. Right. Then going T. That's a nat 1. Then a 25.
On me?
Yep.
Yeah.
On me?
Okay, there's that grabs.
Little old me.
That is, as it comes around you, there's this sickening acid that comes against your skin for 10 acid damage. As you are grabbed, and then you feel yourself pulled off your Titanothere, and through the ground, you see an enormous maw begin to open and push its way forward and swallow you. You are blinded and restrained. Now you see this large, like, partial of it's on the ground, but 25 feet of it is like moved in to catch its prey here. And you start to get, you essentially think 3 of these enormous creatures might be in this area. This one comes to Marlborough. Remember, there's 28 to hit.
I'll use the echo to shadow martyr.
Nice. Second one is a crit.
That one hits.
That will be for 19 acid damage.
Got it.
Grapple, and then this is a separate one. Takes and swallows Marlboro.
Well, that's a bad move on his part, but okay.
I love it. And oh, interesting. All right. And then kind of comes back down. With that, I'll let everyone roll initiative.
All right.
Okay, so I've got Barbara, I've got Laren, I've got TT, I got Warden. Excellent. Yeah, so these seem unlike things you have seen before. Huge, and some seem to have their meals and swallowing, kind of hunting the area, maybe attracted by the blood that was left behind, or you realize might have been vibrations that the giants were here might have made. So go to Laren.
It was different ones that swallowed DT and Marlboro, right?
Yes.
I guess I'll look at the one that got DT and try to cast at least. They look really weird. Psychic Lance on them, see what happens.
Okay, the one that had who?
DT.
DT, that's an int save?
Yep.
2!
Alright. That is 26 points of psychic damage. And incapacitated for the round.
Oh, nice.
Then I am going to bonus action activate my Blade Song, and while ensuring my mount stays aloft, I am going to dismount and start to flow down a little bit. That's my turn.
Nice. That wasn't a concentration against fly or anything, right?
No, it's not concentration.
Perfect. All right, and we go to Warden.
I figure Marlboro probably is going to be fine, and I'll go after the one Laren has incapacitated. And these are like worm-like things,
Yes.
not fiends or undead. I'm guessing.
Nope, monstrosities.
26.
26 will hit.
21 damage.
So, and I'm sorry, I think I was just making sure. Is this one that was incapacitated or the other one?
The one that's incapacitated.
That is?
Yep.
Okay, got it. 21.
29 to hit for 14 damage.
Nice.
And how many of them are there?
3 total.
I guess I will use. No, I won't. I won't do it. I refuse. I'll do second level smite.
Nice.
Actually, I'll do shining smite because why not? For an extra 7 radiant damage, and then I'll fly back up to where I was.
Got it. Oh, there's a little picture. All right, then the one before its turn. This is the one that was Larian. Actually, we'll look at. Yeah, it looks at Larian and sorry. Oh my goodness, Larian and Warden, and you see various things like the rocks it may have devoured, and other contents is like put out of its gullet towards you, and it's going to be able to hit both of you in a 60-foot cone. Need dexterity saving throws.
Uh, 21. Wooden is there, right?
Yes. 23. I rolled a dex check, but I add 6 to it. So, yeah, 23.
Gotcha. So the half damage coming at you is 10 bludgeoning and 22 acid. This one is going to fling itself, and it has the height and distance here to kind of move down into the ground and then burst upwards, coming right up to you, Warden, to try to grab you in its maw.
Okay.
For a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit regardless.
All right. The 5 rows of teeth coming down for 26 piercing damage. And then I need a dex save. Is it in the same move as trying to swallow?
Oof, 14.
Okay, with that, picking you up from your Blitz and landing down, you are deep in the contents of its belly. As we go to Marlborough.
All right. Can I use the Boots of Echo jumping to swap places with my remaining Echo that's on the outside? It doesn't say I have to see it.
If it doesn't say it, then you can do it, because Echo Knights are crazy.
That's what I'm going to do that. And when I do that, it creates a what do you call it? It creates a vacuum that the creature has to make a Constitution saving throw of 14. No, excuse me, 14 and 21. It's going to take 2d10 force damage.
It's going to make that. Does it take the damage if it fails? Or
Yeah. Well, let me make sure.
Because basically got a 29.
Yeah, half damage on a success.
So
Won't be a lot.
5 force.
Yeah. Let's see. That's one point, and so 7. So 3.
Nice.
Gets a little indigestion. And on the outside, I'll just move up to it and start swinging away.
Love it.
Uh, 31 to hit.
31 hits.
24 points of slashing damage. And 2 points of force damage.
Nice.
Second attack is 22 to hit.
That hits.
Another 24 points of magical slashing damage.
Very nice.
And 7 points of force damage. Third attack is going to be a 23 to hit. And 25 points of magical slashing damage. And 5 points of force damage.
Nice.
It's going to be a 27 to hit. 23 points of slashing damage. And
Nice.
10 points of force damage. Says movement. Bonus action is I'll manifest both echoes.
Very nice.
That'll be my turn.
Oh, man. We go to DT.
Can I cast Blink on myself to get out of this guy's stomach? It says you return to a plane. You return to the other plane at the start of your next turn. You return to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within 10 feet. Or if no unoccupied space is available within that range, you appear in the nearest unoccupied space.
So I'd say that doesn't automatically remove you, but there's a chance that if the worm moves, you would likely not be in it anymore.
Okay. You know what? I am going to cast Hold Monster from inside this thing.
Okay, so currently the one you're in is incapacitated.
Oh, well then can I just crawl out?
You're still restrained.
Oh.
I mean, you can still hold monster. That's fine because you'd be paralyzed. Like I know, or as long as you don't have to see because you're blinded.
Well, can I just what do you do to get what's the new rules for restrained? You gotta make a check to get unrestrained.
It depends. Like, so when you're swallowed, there's no real way to become unrestrained.
Okay.
Like you're just there. Like that is just the state you are in. I just want to do something. Like usually, like the biggest thing in the game is if you deal like a good amount of damage, they have to con save or get rid of you.
Yeah, you know what? I will just Eldritch Blast.
All right, so that's a disadvantage.
That was a natural 20, but a 25?
That hits.
For 7 points of damage.
Nice.
Does a 15 hit?
That will miss. It's absorbed by a rock that's in here.
24 to hit?
That hits.
15 points of damage.
Nice.
And then a 23 to hit.
That hits.
10 points of damage. And that'll be my turn.
All right, it gets a 31 on its con save.
Okay.
Keeps you in. All right, so this is one that no longer has Marlboro.
And he has indigestion.
Yep. I like it. Yeah, I'm just going to send out a tongue towards Marlboro again. This time for 28 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
All right. Grabs you again on in 21 acid damage. And then swallows you whole.
Guess he didn't learn the first time.
So that as it goes up and tries to throw a tongue here at Larian, only for 16. And this last one's incapacitated. But DT, that is 27 acid damage. And then Laren, just checking that they can still move.
Yeah, it should be the regular incapacity.
Yeah, just
Yep.
with all the spells, sometimes we're like, can't. Never mind. So with that, it looks and it burrows into the ground, taking total cover below. As we go up to Laren.
Oh, come on.
Damn. DT should have been rolling flat. But we'll try to remember that next round. Sorry.
Oh, because of an ability.
I had done Shining Smite, which gives some advantage.
Oh, against the creature.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
Well, it's not in view now. I'm sure DT can get out, right? He has to have some sort of trick, teleportation and such. Isn't he a mage? Oh, he's fine. I'm going to go up to the one Marlboro just hit, right? And actually no, I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip on the two that's still visible. So that's also intelligence saves.
Got it. So, so the one got warden. So is the warden one or the one that had
Both.
Marlboro? So both
Except
of
for
them
the
get
one I can't
Mind
see. Yeah.
Whipped. Okay, so that's intelligence save.
Yep.
So we get 2. Oh, sorry, 7 and 6.
So that's 12 points of psychic damage to each, and then they can only take an action, bonus action, or movement on their turn. And then yeah, that's my turn.
Nice. We'll go to warden.
I will just attack, I guess. 21 to hit? Or no, a disadvantage. 20 to hit?
20 hits.
10 damage.
Nice.
31 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Uh, 12 damage. Um, I will do second level Wrathful Smite, so I'll need a Wisdom save.
Nice.
An
10.
additional, so he frightened of me if he can be frightened, and he'll take an additional 10 damage.
Alright. Except 10 is not frightened.
Is not. Fuck.
No, couldn't be anyway because you're not in line of sight. Just as a future note, but is also immune to it.
I think that's okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, and it gets con save to see if you get regurgitated. And you are, because they only got a 16.
Wow.
At the end of that turn, you don't take the acid. You are put out prone in front of it. So funny. And it's going to go ahead and I think goes to try to take you down once more because it's its turn right now. That's a 27 to hit. Bites down for 26 piercing and a deck save to avoid the swallow.
Deck save. 18.
18 just fails as you're pulled in with, or you. I got out. Rah! Take you in. But that's all it gets to do. It can out burrow away with you because of Laren's magic. As we go to Marlborough.
All right, I have my echoes on the outside, and I'll let them attack.
Nice.
$28 to hit.
That hits.
Need 3 points of magical slashing damage. And 5 points of force damage. You know what? Should these be at disadvantage?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry.
How many points of slashing? You said 3?
Uh, 16. No, 23.
23. Okay. I was like, you can't have done 3. I was like, what's that? Right. And continue.
28 to hit.
That hits.
$22 points of magical slashing damage.
Ooh.
9 points of force damage. Uh, 26 to hit.
That hits.
24 points of magical slashing damage.
Oof. He's bloodied.
6 points of force damage. Fourth attack. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Oh, okay. 22 points of magical slashing damage.
All right.
7 points of force damage. And I'll do an Unleashed Incarnation, which is 25 to hit.
Nice.
27 points of magical slashing damage. And 6 points of force damage. I'll action surge. 27 to hit. 24 points of magical slashing damage. 7 points of force damage. Man. That's not necessarily a natural 20. I rolled 2 natural 20s in a row.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it is a natural 20. So here we go. Let's see what this is. Okay. 32 points of magical slashing damage. And 16 points of force damage.
How do you want to kill it?
The echo is just cutting and trying to cut a section so I can bust out of it.
I like that. They cut in, splits it open, and I'll give it to you where you're able to like kind of fall out.
And is there? Do I see any of the other creatures within 30 feet of it?
Yes, there'd be one more that's above ground.
I'll move the echo over there. And now, will these just be straight rolls now?
Yes.
Is it 21 to hit?
21 hits.
25 points of magical slashing damage. 10 points of force damage. Fourth attack is a natural 20. 29 points of magical slashing damage.
Nice.
And 10 points of force damage. Then I'll do an Unleashed Incarnation for a 25 to hit.
That
And
hits.
it's going to be 22 points of magical slashing damage and 8 points of force damage. That'll be my turn.
Okay, carving. Definitely in bad shape. We go to DT.
DT is going to finally cast that spell he's been wanting to cast. He's going to cast Wish, and he's going to use the Wish spell to duplicate the spell Etherealness.
Ooh.
So he is no longer on the material plane, whatever plane they're on, and he cannot be affected by anything that is not on the ethereal plane. Oh shit, this lasts for 8 hours. Oh well. And then he's going to move out of this creature.
All right, let me quickly get this so I totally get this. Okay. Okay, so you step into the boulder, Thriel, any direction. Okay. Cool. Perfect. Okay, so you step. All right, so you said you wanted to step out of it, so you are in solid ground.
Oh no. Well, I can as long as I stay there, it just takes me an extra 5 feet, I think, right? Or to
Every foot of movement costs an extra foot. Yeah, so 5 feet is 10 feet.
yeah.
So you'd have used about 15 to get out of the worm. Then how much do you have left?
15.
Okay, so you'd gone 7 feet up.
Okay.
Perfect. So you use that. That's a verbal component and somatic. Which means that would have been the breath that you had. Therefore, at the end of your turn, you are suffocating. So take a level of exhaustion, please.
Okay.
Keep in mind, if you end the spell, you would take damage, but you will get put to the nearest unoccupied space. And
If I take damage, it ends the spell?
no, you can end the spell.
Oh.
But
No,
you,
I was just because Wish says that you don't need to meet any requirements to cast that spell, including costly components. So I wasn't sure if that meant I still had to. Oh, I guess, but Wish itself is verbal.
Wish
Yeah,
is verbal.
okay. Got it.
Very good. And then perfect. You just cast a spell, so you're good to go. It just runs away.
Hmm.
It's
It
like
feels empty.
nobody nope. So we got one above ground as we go to Laren.
Wait, so how many? One was killed by Marlborough, right?
Yes.
So there are two left?
2 left, one's underground.
Okay. Yeah, I will just cast Harsh Line Whip on the one that's above ground. Is that intelligence save?
Nice. Like this is working. 12.
So 12 points of psychic damage, and also the other effect too. And that's it.
It is bloodied. As we go to Internal Warden.
I will keep attacking it. $24.
24 hits.
For 16 damage.
Yes.
27.
Where's it?
18 damage. And they can't be frightened.
Correct.
Hmm. I guess I will just do a Divine Smite. For an additional 13 damage. That is my turn.
Is its con save, and it will fail, vomiting you out.
Oh.
At which point, the bloodied worm immediately digs its way into the earth. And is gone. I guess we have a few more things to resolve, so we'll go to Marlborough.
I don't see any more worms. They've all went back underground.
Correct.
Let me ask you this: what happened to the Titan there? Because he was flying.
Yeah, they're flying in the air. They're so wee. I think they probably moved to safety, but they're not they didn't abandon you necessarily.
Okay, I'm trying to look. Do I count? I don't see shiny. I mean, DT. Excuse me. I don't see DT.
Nope.
Correct.
Did the one? Well, I didn't see it because I was in the. Okay, I'm looking around for DT. There's only I see Warden covered in vomit. I'm covered in vomit, and Laren is pristine. So I'll just shout. Does anybody see DT?
No, last time I saw you went underground.
All right.
I'll just use my turn trying to look wherever Warden says he saw him go underground. At that point, I'll start looking.
Got it. Yeah. You don't see anything. You see like the moved earth.
That's my turn.
All right. And then DT.
I will use my action to dash up
Okay, so what's your base movement? 30?
30 feet.
Okay, so because of the level of exhaustion, that's 25. So with 50, then you can move 25 feet total this turn.
Okie day.
Sleeves.
There's nothing that says I can't Misty Step while on the ethereal plane, right?
You can misstep, but you can't. Well, first off, is it verbal?
Uh,
But also you're underground, so you can't necessarily see.
okay. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Okay, so we'll take another level of exhaustion. And ultimately back to Laren.
Do I have any sense how far deep I am?
I don't think you do. I mean, you know what up is. That's your biggest thing.
Okay.
Like I said, you can just end the spell and you'll be above ground. You just take damage.
Oh.
That's
Oh yeah,
what
I'll
I
end the
before.
spell.
Okay. All right. In that case, let me get back to this. So you ended your turn 18 feet. below ground. So that is a 36 force damage.
And then you see DT just appears in the ground.
Yeah.
Marlborough's right in the middle of saying, "We've got to find him. There's no telling how much he costs if you don't bring him back."
Oh. Does your teleportation magic require some blood sacrifice, DT? You don't look so great.
I used etherealness. A lot of teleportation magic requires that you see where you're going. You can't see inside a worm.
Don't have like Dimension Door?
I do not have Dimension Door, but I probably could use Dimension Door with Wish spell that I. Wait, Dimension Door? Oh no, it's any direction, isn't it?
Any direction within 500 feet.
You know what, DT? When you learn a spell as powerful as Wish, I think you should understand a bit more about the arcane arts than you currently do.
Marlborough just says, "You ought to get some boots like this. They're pretty cool."
That's what I did. I cast that spell, Dimension Door. That's how I ended up here.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, it's just amazing.
I look around for their mounts and see if they try to.
Yeah.
Well, they're like 30 feet in the air.
Well, he said they went to safety, and so
Yeah.
I don't know where we're
I
gonna
think easy enough. You spent probably an hour getting the mounts together, just because you have to approach carefully. You don't want to restartle them.
we're just going around. Bob.
Well, that was certainly interesting.
An earthquake, huh?
Did those worms look like they could do that, though? The shifted landscape?
Yeah, I think as they made up, it looked like, I would say the impression was, you think like if they really wanted to, they could like burrow out and like create like a large fissure.
Huh.
I don't even tell you, like they definitely could, just because you guys all flew up, they didn't get to use their really cool ability, which is they can make a 20-foot wide, 100-foot long, 40-foot deep fissure in the terrain.
I guess flying was the right call.
And then people have to make a save because they just fall into it.
And it'll warm up. Did the camp we came through, did it look abandoned, or did it look like the giants faced off with these worms and it didn't go
It looked more like abandoned. Like you feel like they were doing things like it looked like they had done maybe some vibrations, so maybe that might have called these things. And then it had all these like leftover carcasses. So like they had an enchantment, just in case this was lost. They had an enchantment that kind of kept predators away, but it kind of went away, and then they just left their all the things they had done, plus these just leftover carcasses after they'd done the meat and like kept on moving.
Do you want to take a quick rest here or keep moving?
I'm a little exhausted.
Yeah,
actually, I will cast.
Remember, there is no long resting.
Right.
I will cast. I think we have Diamond Dust, right? Anybody have Diamond Dust?
I have Residuum.
Yeah, I have some as well.
How much do you want for it?
Just take it. I don't really care.
And I will cast Greater Restoration on myself twice if there's enough residual.
Yeah.
And then I will also cast Heal on myself.
Can you hit me instead?
Oh, sure. I will cast Heal on Warden for 70.
And you'll get the 70 as well.
There you go. That sounds like a good. That's a good trade for residuum.
Good with me.
Now we're ready to go on. Back on the clock.
Hopefully we don't run into the rest of them again.
How far do you think in the air do you think they can reach?
I want to say I was 45 feet and they still hit me, so
Go higher.
yeah, but you go higher, you might attract something else, so I think we scared them off. I don't think we're gonna run into them again.
Let's hope not.
Let me use one charge of second wind to regain some hit points.
Oh, are you looking rough there, Marlboro?
Not really.
How about you, Laren?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I'm here in case you ever need help.
Pushing on.
I suppose we should.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. In that case, as you continue your day goes excuse me by, and you I would say probably 2 days in the night you come upon what seems to be this series of standing stones. You can see runes carved within these somewhat images kind of depicting glaciers, and it looks like see one that's stallion, another that looks like a creature of vines and whatnot all around, and there's these sacrifices or like trinkets that seem left behind, piles by each one, some old and decrepit, look like they may have left the it's this odd thing where like piles of them seem to have been left over the course of decades, maybe centuries, and are dirt and overgrown. And where it kind of looks like there's empty space at a far end, you can see recently disturbed dirt and a stone that appears much freshly placed, maybe within the last week or so, decorated with runes and kind of shaped like an eye has been erected. It's very kind of obviously and what looks purposefully been put above all the others. Larger than all the others.
Can we try to figure out the purpose of this eye or this setup?
Sure. Give me Arcana check.
Ooh, there's one at 20. 39.
Nice. Yeah, from what you can tell, so studying these very closely, all of these seem to be I think to your eyes, things that would be almost like contact other plane, but with very specific addresses. Each one erected so one could commune or understand, sometimes even like bring into being potentially. So as you're just taking your time, it looks like certain sacrifices or even application of power might be something akin to like gate summoning something, or said contacting and being able to ask questions. Another is something as simple as being able to get the blessing of whatever it is too. You see these strange depictions of things that are most Fey-like, others more animalistic.
Anything we want to ask the spirit?
They look like they belong in the Feywild.
Stone circles and such. Certainly looks like shiny style.
DT with it. Hello? Are you meant to be here?
Which one are you going up to?
Whichever one's closest.
Okay. I say go ahead and give me a well, should you just say hello? I think if you just say hello, there doesn't seem to be any reaction.
Is it hello? And then I said, are you supposed to be here? Did you?
Doesn't seem to be anything. Again, like you kind of see where like sacrifices were left, I would say. to leave something.
Oh, He will leave 5 gold pieces.
Interesting. All right, then go ahead and give me a wisdom check, please.
$18.
Um, so you put your 5 gold pieces there, and you kind of place your hands. You simply say hello. There's a moment of almost like prismatic light that seems to push in and around you. And this stone like kind of shows what appears to be like depictions of figures like peeking out from stones or from grass, different structures, like watching, observing. And one's like a side profile. You can kind of see as the light moves through the markings of the side profile, the face almost comes out and then turns, so it's full front, looking at you in the eyes, bathed in the kind of made up of this many-colored light. You found me. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for the gold.
You're welcome.
I can tell that's important to you. You love money or profit. You love profit. Yes.
What's there not what's not to love? What are you doing here?
Hiding. Watching.
For
Oh. People, they come here and they give things, and sometimes you get to see very fun things. Fun people. They try to make deals. Sometimes they make the spirits so angry. They get so mad. It's really fun. I like watching. And sometimes people come to see me.
how did you get here?
I walked. How'd you get here?
I flew.
Nice.
You say they're kind of fey looking?
This particular one, yeah.
Don't you want to go back to the Feywild?
Oh. Interesting. Back. I am not from there. No.
You kind of look like somebody I used to know.
I'm sure. Just because I look like someone who's from a place means I'm from a place?
Generally, that's how that works.
Well, that's
So where are you from?
here.
Right here?
I mean, not right here, but I mean, no, I wasn't born on this exact spot. No, I was born in what do you? The people here call it the Ithalden Forest. Yes. I followed some people. They were on a grand journey, and I wanted to help. This one child in particular, she was so fun. She loved playing hide and seek.
Did you find her?
Oh, a lot of times. She tried to find me. She caught me a few times. I taught her to be really good at it. And then I came here. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to hang out here for a while. Good luck.
And you just stand here waiting for people to piss off spirits for your entertainment?
Yeah.
Well, what happens when people don't come by for a very long time?
Oh. I rest. And sometimes take a walk. I can go other places. I just like coming back here.
Mm.
And I've left
Okay.
occasionally when someone's impressed me or been really silly. They're fun to watch. Well, one time someone caught me watching. I was like, you're very quick.
Well, we have to keep going this way. Any advice? We should.
Oh. Ah, those big giants, they went that way.
That's who we're looking for.
Oh. So you find them. They're not hard to miss. Well, they're hard to miss, rather. They put up that big eye. Ugh. These have been around for ever, and they just put something up because they were coming on through. Sorry, I just thought it was rude. Didn't ask anybody's permission. Didn't ask us if we wanted to be neighbors.
Are they bad neighbors?
Well, they don't talk a lot, that's what I'll tell you. They kind of take my thing. I'm watching. No, they're supposed to be watching. It's like they're after my job.
What are they watching for?
So I heard them. They said they cared a lot about where it was pointed out that way. Said where it's what to say where they've been found. They just kept on saying they've been found. And now,
Which way is the eye pointing?
to the mountains.
Okay.
Now, you've been real fun. Ask me a secret, and I'll tell you the answer. If I know it, of course.
Where I'm from, secret's worth a lot of a lot.
Yeah? But you've been a good conversationalist, plus you gave me gold.
What do you think is the best secret about these giants, then?
They very much like watching, but they're not real big on doing. One of them was even trying to talk to an Enskoti.
Oh, what now?
Enskoti. And it came out and went very, very mad. They offended him greatly. And they just watched while the Insculti killed him.
Oh,
Just observed.
they didn't even try to help him, huh?
No, they thought it was interesting, I think. They took a lot of notes. But the Insculti, that's a death spirit.
He's gonna look to the. He's gonna look over to Laren. That sounds like your gem, Death Spirit.
Death Spirit? Where do you get that idea, I wonder?
Well, good luck. They kind of smile and kind of their face becomes sketching again after they've answered your secret.
Well, she was full of information.
I
I'm
think
not sure what some of it means.
So the person we're going to meet, the Cloud Giant, her group passed through here, I suppose? Right? Sounds like them. Watches everything. And tracks.
Well, we also know they're like experimenting, or at least observing to the point that they won't intervene.
I think that might be good, because this is not the only cradle left, right? Maybe we could convince them to tell us where the other cradles are so they could watch. What happens?
I think there's only one more cradle, right?
Is it the...
Or no,
There's a
there's two.
storm giant.
No, yeah, it's one more in the Shattered Teeth, right?
There's also the one that's moving.
Oh, so there's two.
I think it's the Cloud Giant one, actually, right?
I'm sure we can just like fly around until we find it.
I'm sure. Or the lady could tell us, so she can watch how the cradle and, everything happens.
All right, so you're. Yeah, because you're taking care of the stone now, and then there's the storm and cloud.
Well, no time to waste then.
Let's move out.
All right. In that case, yep. As you As you go away, you see rolling kind of after you to DT is what looks like this 8-inch. I'm sorry. Or this 1 foot long golden egg that kind of stops at your feet.
I'm just gonna look around for a goose.
Look, you don't see one. And it just says in kind of fancy writing, just good luck.
He will pick it up, get it appraised later.
You can even clean it off with your slimes.
Yeah. Well, I gotta fill them with water first.
We're going up a river, so I think we're good there.
Very good. All right. In that case, so you continue. Pushing through the river now, a few days later, you start to see glittering within the water, the light that kind of like reflects down, revealing like kind of bright colors, greens and blues, even reds within like the riverbed and stones, just catching the light and from the water. As you kind of take a closer look, you can see that there seems to be quite a copious amount of like unpolished gemstones, uncut, raw.
Where are they?
Within the river, various places. Like good amount as you're getting closer to the mountain.
It seems like we're on the right path.
Just free valuables. He's gonna start collecting them.
This is like the perfect vacation spot for DT.
He might just move here.
Move here? No, we could set up shops and send someone to do some mining for a small fee.
Oh, DT, do you think the Scion of the Stone Giants will have like giant gems for body?
I'm sure they have to get their jewelry from somewhere.
So you'd be happy fighting the Scion then, right?
I'm pretty sure the Scion gets like sucked back up into the cradle, right?
I don't know. Things might break off when you're fighting it. Or you and Marble get very violent.
Well,
Yeah, I'm just saying DT might actually enjoy his job for once.
I enjoyed my job plenty,
Mm-hmm.
especially at the end of when I get to count everything.
Mm-hmm.
Invoicing day is my favorite.
Can't you have some higher pursuit, like, of morality, saving the world, and whatnot, like regular people I meet?
Do you?
No.
Well then.
It's just really strange. I keep running into these people who claim they have, higher pursuits, and I just It would be good meeting someone like you. That's good.
Don't act like you don't have higher pursuits.
Well, it just
What?
doesn't involve saving the world. What's wrong with that?
Well, you're in it for power, are you not?
For knowledge, there's a difference.
Is knowledge not power?
Sometimes it is. It's not just power, you see.
It's awful close to writing a line.
Oh, well.
DT's in it for money, which I don't really understand, but
Not really in it for money per se. More like maximizing profits for shareholders.
I feel like there's less dangerous ways to do that. Like, do you think we're ever going to be richer than Peaches?
Peaches' wealth trickles down. What are you talking about?
You can't just be content with wealth trickling down. Don't we want to start your own business and things like that?
Well, I of course, that's why I volunteer for these trips, because I can find business opportunities that I don't have to pay finder's fee.
How is your pyramid scheme going?
Oh, that's Peaches' what? We're not selling any pyramids.
All right.
Well, I feel like it would be easier just to go town to town trying to do whichever scheme you have for that day.
I don't really do cold calls.
But you'll travel to the frigid north with the hope and a dream that you'll find.
No, I'm getting paid to do this job, and any business opportunities I find along the way are supplemental.
Ah. So you are getting paid to do the job
Yeah.
from Peaches.
Uh-huh.
Would you do it without the pay? Is what I'm saying.
Who would pay me?
You're not getting paid. Would you? Still
Why would I do that?
This is exactly. So you wouldn't do the job if you weren't getting paid.
It's not really a job if you're not getting paid. It's more like slavery, isn't it?
You wouldn't save the world if you weren't getting paid.
I don't understand the premise of your question.
I don't know, but DT will save the world if a little girl who is really poor and needs help gives him a pretty necklace, right?
Again, I don't understand the premise of your question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess no one can give you money if there's no world. So
That is true. But there's always people like you who are looking to save the world pro bono.
I mean, you say that, but a lot of power comes from saving the world.
Yeah. Orden is never really just about saving the world.
A lot of respect comes from saving the world. You can do a lot of other things after
You-
you've saved the world.
You know what else commands a lot of respect? Notoriety and wealth.
Well, who's more notorious than someone who saved the world?
Someone who could hire the people to save the world.
That's not in the history books.
Your conquest aura is flaring right now. I can sense it. I don't know why.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why DT is here, and I guess it's because Peaches paid him.
I can't imagine what salary could compel someone to travel with us and do all the things we do.
It's a very nice salary. Plus, I get 20% of whatever we all find on this trip.
That's fair.
Plus, any extra dealings I get to make on the side.
I think you will fit better in the house than you would in the Feywilds. See, money in the Feywilds is a new thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Never heard of it before Peaches came.
But do you need a referral if you want to, switch jobs and maybe go work in the house?
Why would I want to work in the hells? Peaches is a good boss. She's not gonna put a chain around my neck or eternally torment me. Well,
Oh,
I don't think so anyway.
I don't know. Maybe you want a part-time gig. Pays well, you see, souls and all that.
Do you see these fine linens and these crisp pressed shirts? And like, I can't be getting ichor all over them, and
That's just discrimination. What? Why do you associate Hales with that?
because that's what they're full of. Fiendish ichor.
You should go there sometimes and visit.
What?
I mean, I'm not opposed.
Just to see the house for himself and see how many business opportunities you can find in there.
What makes you think I haven't been to the hells?
I don't know. Didn't you tell us that when we were talking about the trip?
You've definitely talked about the hells before, and you said you haven't been.
I haven't been here to the material plane before.
You've been to the hells. It seems like every time you take a long pause, the answer is no. And you just don't want to say it.
No, he just shrugs. You don't know my business. A good businessman never gives away his leads for free.
I know, for a businessman, you're sure very bad at lying, dude.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
God damn it. Every time I've tried to roll deception with this character, I've never rolled above a 9.
All right. With that, I think as you passing by the gemstone, hopefully feel like you're getting close to where it seems like this meeting spot might be.
Wait, how many gemstones did I get?
Oh, you actually went into it?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. Can go ahead and give me a wisdom check, please.
7.
Find a collection of very, very tiny little bits and tidbits that you're able to kind of get, like each one maybe like 1/4 inch large. That together might be 3 silver worth. Or could, be placed in something and, make a good folk item if you wanted. Try to polish, you think you'd probably destroy it.
A nice souvenir that I could probably sell to somebody.
Right. And for tonight, we'll come back to more of this next week.